Alright, so I told Opt7 that I would do an installation video on these quantum rock lights I just got from them. So first I want to just kind of show you what's in the box. And from all my experiences, my first time opening, all these lights I bought from them have been extremely high quality, and I'm pretty sure these are going to be exactly the same. So first, we got the usual kind of stuff, well, advertisements or whatever. But these lights right here, the reason I got these is because I have a lower car. So, most of the time these are going to trucks and stuff, but these are going to have a great spread because of the way they're designed. So when I put them up underneath, the light will go both ways rather than just straight down onto my tire. So the kit comes with 4 of these. All these connections are watertight. They're RGB, so multiple colors. These are not Bluetooth controlled, but they are coming out with a quantum set that is Bluetooth. All my other kits are Bluetooth controlled. So you got the 4 lights. This is remote controlled. There you go. See, Opt7. And honestly, I kind of like the way this works because I don't know. I might not always want to run the rock lights on because, well, they're just kind of flashy. As much as I would do my grill kit or the underglow. So these will probably get, these will get their own switch, all that kind of stuff, or at least tied into another light switch that I have in the car. This box right here, let's see if I can get it out and show you. This is going to be the control module. Okay, let's make a mess. Alright, so yeah. Here's the control module. It's supposed to go inside the car. It's not rated for, to get wet. But the setup that I plan on going with should keep this dry. I've done it before, and we'll see how it works. It's got 4 leads on it, and the main reason is because I've already gone through my firewall for my gauges and all kinds of other stuff, so I really don't want to go through it again. It's getting crowded. So yeah, that's that. So this thing also comes with, I'm assuming this is the main wire. I don't know. I don't have to read the instructions, but we'll see what happens. But I know there's 2 connections for this. One needs to be going to constant power, and one needs to go to an accessory. I'm not exactly sure which one that is yet. But it also comes with all different kinds of fuse taps for any kind you're going to need. So you got your, normal, big, mini, and actually micro. All right, so you got the 3 different types of fuses that you would ever need. And from the other kits I've had, I know these things right here, these clip right into there. Pretty simple. They've got a plastic cover, keeps it nice and dry. And now plenty of extension wire. Now obviously these are made for trucks also, so I am most likely going to have extra. The biggest thing about doing these kits is plan out your wires correctly, or else you're going to end up with a big old bunch that you're going to have to knot up somewhere, and it's just going to look kind of, half-assed. And so here's what looks to be a ground, or actually this might be the constant to the battery actually. So yeah, this would be going, I don't know, maybe that is ground. We'll see. That's what directions are for. But that obviously plugs into the control module right there in the back. So So yeah, that's that. Hey, and I even got a cool keychain. Oh, great. It comes with a bunch of zip ties, because you know you're going to need zip ties if you're doing lighting. It's got a little mini screwdriver. Don't know what I need that for, but that's cool. And this keychain, Opt7 keychain, looks like it actually will be able to turn on the lights, which is really cool. I did not see that coming. So that's awesome, actually. I used to have one similar to this with an exhaust, so I know that this is going to be turning on and off the lights. Well, that's pretty cool. All right, well, that's the box. So the rest of this video will be all about installation. So stick around. All right, so I opened the box for you earlier, and now I'm going to show you where I'm at now. So I figured out the wiring for the module and all that stuff. So first of all, I want to show you, because I don't want to pull anything off. These little orange things tend to fall off, so if you're doing this on your own, just keep an eye out for those. That makes the seal to the wire so it stays waterproof. Also, these are going to come in handy, I'm sure. Zip ties. So what I have right now is kind of a rat's nest, but it will be cleaned up. I have 3 other kits in this car. I've got the grille kit, I've got the underglow kit, and I've got my pod lights. So really, all you have to do with the Quantums, though, they're a little different from the Bluetooth version. These ones are remote controlled, like I showed you before. The Bluetooth is actually a little bit easier. It's just like, ground and a fuse tap, and that's it, and then your phone controls everything. With this one, you have to have always constant power, which is, I believe, this one here. It was empty, so I really don't know what it was supposed to do. Might have been for, who knows what it was for. And then there was also accessories. And I know that the horn on my GTI only turns on when the car's on, so that was a perfect place to tap into. These fuse taps, again, are really a lifesaver. Whoever invented these deserves a Nobel Prize. I do have a lot of wire cutting to do and splicing, so I can get rid of a lot of this extra stuff. But while you're doing this, the biggest thing is to really plan out how you want your wires to go. So I know that I want my rock lights for the front, left, right. I want them to come up, go under the cowl, and then across to get to that side. And I can also use the cowl to kind of hide some of the extra cable. These things are 10 feet long, and obviously I do not need 10 feet to get from here to here. And I don't know if you can see it, but there is one in there already. I wanted to try to figure out a mounting position that wouldn't hit the tire. I don't know how it's going to look yet. I might move that, but as of right now, that's where it is. Like I said, the way these things are designed, they look like you're going to have a good spread. So hopefully it looks good, and it's not just a blinding light out the wheel, because these are very bright, and I will show you. So like I said, don't mind the mess, but remote control on, and there you go. All kinds of different colors. Oh, I pushed the wrong one, actually. I still gotta figure this out. Okay, so apparently it has just on for white, which is down here with the white strip, and then on up here is for colors. So let's try that again. On red. There we go. And you guys know that I like to put the rest of my car to red. Well, if you've been following this car. And there you go. See, it's real bright. Hopefully the rim will block it. And since it's on its own, I can go just straight white, or white and red apparently, which makes pink, and it will highlight underneath there more than give it a glow, which is kind of what I want to do anyway. So having multiple kits is a pain in the butt when it comes to the wiring, but when you have the option to, you know, put colors however you want them to be, that's pretty cool. So now what I have to do is just run, like I said, run the wire up through the cowl, down onto that side, bolt it on. They come with self-tapping screws. They say to drill a hole in it, but it worked fine when I just did a self-tapper. Pull off the back tires, figure out how I want to put it on, because these ones are very close to the edge. I'm pretty sure I know I'm going to put it though. Same thing with that, is right behind the shock, right behind the strut, the tire can't hit it. So now I don't know if it's going to look good, but that can be repositioned. So, you know, and like I was saying, really plan this out, because of all the extra wires you're going to have. You're going to have just, I mean, think 10 feet is good to get from here up and around down into there, but like I said, not really good just to go to that corner. And if you have a truck, it's not going to make it to the back wheels. I might have to do an extension under here to this right rear. It might make it to this one, but they give you six 10-foot extension cables, so you should be fine. You can always buy extra ones. And what I'm probably going to do is there's plastic, I don't know what they're called, but I can definitely run the wires through that, keep them away from the exhaust so they don't burn anything. And when it's all done, I'll light it up and see what it looks like. All right. All right, so here we are. I just cleaned up the wires a little bit, and I just wanted to show you how much I was able to get rid of. So, I mean, if you look down there, you can already see it's a lot cleaner. Still have to run the wires a little bit better, but I was able to get rid of all of this. Is for the adapters for the modules. Lots of extra wire, because I guess, you know, if you're going to put it in the cabin, you're going to need to reach the battery or whatever. But still, that was a lot of wire. So cut them, solder them together, and put some heat shrink wrap over it, and now it's a lot cleaner. I've already started to run the wires for the rears down there. That little bundle down there is going to go back to the rear. I'm going to follow pre-existing wire conduits and make sure to, you know, zip tie things out of the way so it doesn't hit the axle and, you know, the exhaust. I'm deciding to go down this side because on the other side we have the turbo down there and everything's really hot, so I try to stay away from going down this side. I also put the wires that are coming over here, so there's some wires that are going to the LEDs that are underneath here. I don't know if you can see them, but there are LEDs strips right there. Yep. And they go all the way across to here and to here. So that's part of the grill kit, along with this one here, and there's some in front of the intercooler. But so I ran the ones that are going under here, I ran underneath the cowl along with the rock light cord that's going to go to the passenger front tire. I just lost my protection. All right, so really that's it. I've just been cleaning it up. Once I put this together, I mean, really, it should be nice and tidy. And as I'm doing it, it's getting cleaner and cleaner. So I'm also going to just wrap these, like these connections here, in electrical tape. They're supposed to be fine, but there's no reason not to have some extra you know, protection from the water. And also these connections right here, there's a little space, so I'm going to wrap those up too so they don't come undone and I have to go taking apart my battery tray and stuff to get back to them. So it's getting there. When I get this all put together, I will show you how it looks, but for now everything's going well, and I should have at least the lines all ran today. Maybe finish mounting the rock lights tomorrow real quick, but yeah, so far so good. So let's see what happens. Okay, here she is all buttoned up on the engine side. As you can see, all the wires have been tucked and hidden, or I made conduits for them so that they're not going to get burnt up by the engine. They're all ran pretty well, I think. Shortened up the wires to the grounds and stuff because I have a lot of extra. I showed you that earlier. But yeah, this is all set. Everything under the engine is done. The front look great. I already tried those out. The position I had it in looks good with it on the ground. I still have to check the rears. So the wires are ran back here, but the pod isn't bolted up. However, on this side, it is bolted. And I put it right there. I wanted to put it on the other side, but I was getting close to things I didn't want to drill through. And that's one thing you should watch out for is these are self-tapping screws that you're putting in there and you're drilling holes in your car. You don't want something to be on the other side, like a main wiring harness to any of the lights or to the ECU, like down in here. Actually, I came pretty close to the main harness. Fortunately, I did not hit it. I am lucky. I was working down there and it's up there. So that's just one thing to pay attention to that I overlooked and almost paid for. So I guess overall, these are all definitely DIY kits. Great quality. I've never done rock lights before. They're usually for trucks. I just wanted to get some light behind the wheels. I felt that the gaps between the underglow where the wheels sit kind of looked funny. So I wanted to fill in those gaps. But like I said, I've never done an underglow kit. I installed that one. I never did rock lights. I installed that one. I never did a grill kit before. Installed that. So, you know, you might have been watching this and say, why'd you do it like that? Well, it's because I'm kind of new to all this stuff. I haven't done a lot of stuff to this car that I've done for the first time. So if you want to do something, I say tackle it. This is not too hard of a job. Give yourself the weekend. If you're not, you know, confident, maybe even give yourself 3 days. This took me about 6 hours of work, but that's because I was trying to combine 3 different kits into efficient wiring. Planning out the wires kind of took a while. Taking apart the other kits, you know. So if you're just doing the one kit, a weekend should be fine. What else can I say? I did have to use 2 extensions to get to the rear. So both rears needed the extension. This side was so close. I actually do wish Opt7 would make like a 3-foot extension for these. I hear people are having issues with that. So plan on tucking and hiding some wires because these are universal kits. It's not just made for GTI. In fact, they're usually going on trucks. So, and this side is actually pretty good. I only had about maybe a foot extra, if that. You know, I did things you gotta, if you want to try to do stuff, you can try to hug the fenders and the side of the wheel wells, hug the frame as much as you can. That might use up some of that extra space, or find a really direct route so you don't have to use an extension. I tried, I couldn't, I just had to use the extensions. But yeah, I'll take it down now. I'm sorry if this video kind of ran long, but it was just me working in here and I did a lot of other stuff too. So I'm gonna bolt this wheel up, see what the lights look like. If they look good, the next clip you see will be the finished product. So I hope you enjoyed watching this. I hope it was informational. if you need any info on it, you can always call Opt7. I'm always down to answer any questions. You can DM me on Instagram at d.w.carbon, or, you know, just go on YouTube. I mean, there's a million, you know, you can find anything there. But yeah, I'm really growing fond of the Opt7 kits, and I will be doing an interior kit, but there's a lot going on in the interior next week, so that'll be another video. So for now, take care, and I will be back shortly with final looks. All right. All right, so here's final looks. Right now I got it set to blue just so you can see the difference, and I think it makes a very, very big difference. I love these lights. These quantum lights are awesome. So all these lights, Opt7, all these Opt7 lights are bright, super bright. Those V2 fogs are super bright. The underglow is nice and bright. And these rock lights just look way cool, man. When they're all red, it fills in those gaps. But I really like that mixture of blue and red too. Just don't want to get in trouble with the police at all. But I also did the interior of this car, but I added in the interior kit. So changed out the speaker and put some lights underneath there. The front seat's kind of a mess right now, but I got them on the backs and on the front floors, as well as changed the seats to Brom Racing. And so everything on the inside's pretty much done. There's just a couple more tweaks I got to do to the outside, but here's the rock lights. Tell me what you think. I really like them. Once again, I hope you watch this video and it helped you out. Really, this is the first time I've done these quantums. Each one of these kits was the first time, like I said, and I just get, you know, I learn more and more each time. So these are definitely do-it-yourself DIYs. So don't be scared, tackle it, and you will get it done. So there you go. There she is. All done.